Alright, chat. The day is nearly upon us. We're just 2 days to go until the start of the new Premier League campaign, and as you may see from today's title in the video, I'm going to give you guys my match week 1 predictions for the start of the new Premier League campaign. So I gave you guys my predictions 2 weeks ago for the table, who's going to finish in the top 4, win the title, who's going to get relegated. Today is my match week 1 predictions, so be sure guys to like, subscribe, turn the notifications on, and let's get straight into things. So starting off, kicking off on Friday night, Arsenal against Coventry at the Emirates to kick things off. And I mean, look, listen, Arsenal, Premier League champions. They just won the title. They won the Community Shield. They just signed Bruno Guimaraes. They've signed Tozolis. I mean, I think the bad design history comes. I think they're in a good place. I think they're in a good place. They're a well-oiled machine. I just can't see anybody beating Arsenal to the league, and I think this game on Friday night against Coventry at the Emirates, I think it'll be a tight game, and I think Coventry will give it a go, but I think Arsenal will quite edge this. I'm going to say Arsenal 2, Coventry 1. I think Arsenal will win, but I think Coventry will give them a game. So I'm going to say 2-1 Arsenal. We go on to the weekend. Hull against Man United. That's a 12:30 kickoff. And look, Hull, welcome back to the Premier League after what? I don't know how long it's been, after a 10-year absence. They're back in the big time, back in the Premier League since 2017. And look, a home game against Man United is never to be sniffed at. But although, Man United, they are, Man United, they're in a good moment. I think City, so United are quite short, but they're about to sign Belieber from Brighton, so that might help them. So, and I think they might need a few more additions, because I think, let's not forget, this season Man United are back in the Champions League this year, so I think they need a bit more people through the door. So, but for this game, as far as I'm concerned, I think I can see one team winning this, and that's Man United. So I think Man United are going to win by 2-0 away at Hull. So that's my prediction. And then, okay, we move on. Everton, Crystal Palace, the 3 p.m. kickoffs. I mean, Everton under David Moyes, came so close to finishing in Europe. That didn't happen. I think they've got a good enough team to finish probably, let's say, top 10, and as for Palace, they're in the transition mode as well. They haven't got Glasner. They got a new manager now in PSH, so we don't know how they will get on. And plus, for Palace point of view, they're all good attempts to be Crystal Palace. They've won 3 trophies in the space of a year. They're now in the Europa League, so they know what it's like to handle Thursday night football and Sunday weekend football. So I think they got enough tools to handle this. So I think for this game in particular, look, Everton and Palace. I think Everton beat Palace last time out at the new stadium, so I think I'm gonna go for a draw. So 1-1. Moving on, Ipswich against Sunderland. Ipswich back in the Premier League for the second time running. Look, I think Ipswich, they may have a point to prove, but I think, the gulf between the Champions League and the Premier League is different level. I just wonder if they've learnt their lessons from the last time they were in the Premier League, and they've got a new manager. There's no Kieran McKenna. Gary O'Neill's in charge now. So we'll see how they get on in the second season back in the Premier League. Sunderland, though, I mean, for this first season back in the Premier League last year was amazing. I mean, could they top it this year? Because let's not forget they also got European football to contend with. So let's see if they can handle, you know, midweek games into weekend games. You know, can they handle, you know, European commitments? So, and I think they're gonna need maybe a few more players for the door. But wait, for this fixture, I can only see one team winning this. So I think it's gonna be Sunderland. I'm gonna say 2-1 to Sunderland against away at Ipswich. Forest against Leeds. I mean, I think this should be a cracking game. I mean, Leeds, brilliant first season back in the Premier League, stayed up, finished in 14th or 13th, and I think Leeds have probably got enough tools to finish in the top 10. Forest might have ambitions to finish in Europe. Now they've got Glasgow in charge now, so it should be interesting. So yeah, for this one, I don't know, man. You can't call it. You can't even call it. I'm gonna say, I think there'll be goals. I'm gonna say 2-2. I'll say 2-2. And then we move on to the evening kickoff. Brentford versus Spurs, London derby. I mean, it should be a cracking game. Brentford going from strength to strength. They look a well-oiled machine in the Premier League. They're well structured. They're well settled, and I think they've finished. How many times they finished in the top 10? 2-3 seasons in a row. So I think I can sense Brentford finishing in the top 10 again, or even top 8. Or top 8, so that should be interesting. So I think that will be considered as a really good season. And then for Spurs, I mean, look, if the signings that they bought in, Spurs will have to do better this season compared to last season. Last season, they've all these saved themselves by the skin of their teeth. So Spurs got to do better this season. I think Spurs are too good to be in the top 4. I think they will be in the top 4 this year. So I think this game, I'm saying 2-2. We go on to Brighton and Villa. I think it should be a cracking game as well. So yeah, I mean, Brighton back in Europe, Villa back in the Champions League. We'll see how these two get on. So I'm gonna say, I think there'll be goals. So I think 2-2. City versus Bournemouth. I mean, listen. City versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth. Both teams in transition as well. City, life without Pep. Now they got Maresca. I mean, City. You know, I think City will be okay, but the fact that they've lost Rodri, they've lost Stones, they've lost Silva, they've lost Ake. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think City should be alright, but let's see. As for Bournemouth, though, I mean, Bournemouth they just get better and better. You know, first time playing in Europe. They got a manager in Marco Rose, and I think Bournemouth might do bits again this season. What they've done last year, I think they might do it again. Obviously, it's a new level now, especially now playing in Europe. So, but we'll see how they get on. I think for this game in particular, last year ended 1-1, which, if you remember, last year it was the same scoreline that secured Arsenal the Premier League title. So yeah, look, I'm gonna say this game. I think it's gonna end. I think there'll be goals. I just think City will win this one. I'm gonna say 3-2. And then we come to Newcastle, Liverpool. I mean, this should be a cracking game. Liverpool, Newcastle. Isak going back to St James's Park. Newcastle under the new manager in Matthias Jessula. and Liverpool under their new manager in Antonio Areola. I think. Look, let's see what these two do this season. Liverpool, I think, have a point to prove. Newcastle, probably the same. Both in transition. I think there'll be goals. I think there's gonna be goals. I'm gonna say 2-2. And then when it comes to the Monday night football, my team away at Fulham, Chelsea against Fulham, London derby, Monday night football. Listen, we got a new manager. Fulham as well as the goalie manager in Arbeloa. We got Xabi Alonso. So a London derby. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, we've not won. Listen, be real. Chelsea, we've not won the European League since August 2022. So it might be a good time to change that record around. So I think I'm gonna say we win by 3-1. I can't see us keeping the clean sheet, but I think we will win by 3-1. So yeah, that is it. That is my match week 1 Premier League predictions. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Premier League is back this week. Only 2 more days to go. Preview coming out on Friday, so watch out for that. And yeah, I'm gonna end it right here. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in this upload. Love and God bless.